think the hackers were like these bad guys. Hackers. They're just hacking everything. Like, just, what are these guys doing? What are they doing? And I knew I could not code or anything. So I just left it alone. So like you said, don't do what you don't know how to do. Don't say what you don't know how to do, rather. So it's just good to just stick with what you know, but you should push yourself more. So, but now we are talking about why these guys are the good guys, and how they are excelling in the industry. So we are talking about the positive impact of ethical hacking and cybersecurity expertise. And to handle this session is none other than Charles Chibueze. So I'll quickly read his profile. Charles is a multifaceted cybersecurity professional with about 7 years of experience. He has worked with a wide variety of organizations, including banks and fintechs in Africa and Europe, a Big Four consulting company, and a tech-enabled creative company in the American space. He is a thought leader in the cybersecurity community and has dedicated himself to promoting cybersecurity awareness and empowering others to navigate the digital realm securely through mentorship programs and public speaking engagements. So with a round of applause, please let's welcome Charles Chibueze to the stage. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Good. I can feel the vibe now. Um, I, I'm very grateful for this August opportunity to tell you about one or two things in cybersecurity. It's always my joy to impart people, and I say that because when I started my career about 7 years ago, someone took a chance on me, not because I was qualified, and not because I had studied for a whole year prior to applying for that job, but someone just looked at me as, a young, scrawly kid who is just hungry, no talent, but just hunger and passion, and landed me that role. So I'm always happy to give back in whatever capacity that I can. Um, Briefly, I want to talk to us on this topic: why good hackers make good citizens. I mean, it's a no-brainer that good hackers make good citizens, right? And bad hackers do what? They make bad. In fact, some of them are already in jail. All right, but I want to talk to us on some salient points. Now, in the year 2017, something happened that shook the entire world. Can anybody tell me what happened in the year 2017 in the cyberspace that shook the entire world? Sorry? 2017. Something happened in 2017 and it shook the entire world. The whole world came to a standstill in cyberspace. Anybody? Should I attach a price to it? You don't know it, but you want me to attach price to it. Something happened in 2017. Okay. Thank you very much. Um, WannaCry was, like, should I say was or is the most, I can say yes, one of the most popular cybersecurity incidents in the world today. I remember that day clearly. I was in the office and our clients were just calling left and right. Some were calling to say, oh, my screen is looking red. I don't understand. They were seeing ransomware and all of that. And um, what we later found out was it was a group of hackers. I don't really know their names. I mean, they have this like group name, and they set that thing up. But there was a particular person that found the kill switch, which was actually a domain, a random domain, because it was a command and control. He bought that domain, shut down the domain, and that attack stopped all over the world. What's the name of that guy? If anybody can get it around this, these are students, right? If you can get it, I'll give you a cash prize. As we are wearing red suits, someone just said the name now. So are you pressing iPad? Don't worry, you've pressed phone. His name is what? Marcus Hutchins. Eh? Time has passed, sorry. Eh? His name is what? Marcus Hutchins. But funny enough, there's actually a story about this guy. Okay, I'm giving the opportunity again. What was the guy's backstory? It's negative. Are you pressing phone? Eh? Don't press phone. Oh. You don't know it. Okay, I try it open. What was the guy's backstory? No, someone just raise your hand and okay. And when he did that thing, was a hacker, but he has a backstory. Okay. You actually said it, but you're not bold. Be bold. Speak out. It was what? Okay. Was it really bad? Okay. Develop malware. Okay. Yes. Is that a good thing to do? Good thing to do to develop malware. No, it can't be good. No, no, no. For whatever reason, it's not a good thing. It's against the code of ethics. I thought I was saying double. It's against the code of ethics for ethical hackers. You should not develop malware. Now, when he saved the world in 2017, it was the FBI. They started digging his records. And then they started doing some investigations, and then they discovered that this guy developed malware. And I think at some point they arrested him or something like that. I don't know how it eventually went, but I think he's working free now. He's now a thought leader on LinkedIn. Why am I saying this? I will mention some other names. There's another person called Jaden Och. This guy identified a vulnerability in the Australian government's online passport application system, and he fixed it, or rather helped them to fix it. All right. Now we talk about another person called Jack Cable. He found a vulnerability in the US Election Assistance Commission's website and helped them to fix it. How many of us know Chris Roberts? There's no way you won't know him. Chris Roberts, who knows him? Okay. Chris Roberts found vulnerabilities in the US Transportation Security Administration systems. Imagine what that vulnerability can do. Then there are many people here. Justin Wynn, the US National Weather Service System. I'm just saying this because these guys are people that have what we call admin superpowers. And many of us here, many of us have been playing on our Kali and other systems, Parrots and whatnot. And you find out that there's a lot you can do with these tools. Just like they say in Spider-Man, what happens? With great power comes what? Great responsibility. Now imagine, I remember back then when we were learning ethical hacking in school, what people will now do is they will come to school, they will come to the class and wait for everybody to get in the class. And since we had the same access point in that particular building, they will then start throwing exploits, trying to get into people's systems. I remember how they were able to get, was it test questions now from a lecturer system? But that's very wrong because anyway, back then, there wasn't a concrete law on cybersecurity as we have now. All right. There wasn't something concrete that was probably publicly communicated. But the difference between a good hacker and a bad hacker is what? Sorry? Ethics. Thank you very much. Even today that AI is developing, the people in the West have quickly developed a framework for ethics. For what? For AI. So you cannot use AI to do just anything. Today, if you're using generative AI and you ask it a question and it throws responses that probably maybe subtly insults you or uses a racist language, it's a problem now. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. And there are many of us that would like to explore. You want to hack the moon, you want to hack this, you want to hack that. One good thing that you can do for yourself is to do what? Is to join a bug bounty program and not just throw anything on the internet. I'll give you an example. There's this particular guy in the US, and his company was employed by a particular government contractor to carry out a penetration test. Now, what this guy didn't understand was that You see, when you are a government contractor, especially a technology contractor, there's always a connection, like a VPN connection between your environment and the government's IT environment. There's always a connection like that. And that's why you must, I think they call that an FIP. FIP something. I don't know what I can't really remember now. But you must take that training before you even access the environment. All right. And this guy wasn't aware of the full scope of the test. And he went and started scanning government property. He had not spent up to 5 minutes. The person that brought them for the test barged into the office. I said, why are you scanning the government's, why are you hacking? What the word he used was what? Why are you hacking the US government? That's the word he used. And he was just scanning it innocently. He didn't know. He thought it was, he's meant to test everything. And I told him, why are you hacking the US government? And it became a problem. So many of us would like to explore. You would like to see, the extent of what you can do in ethical hacking. You don't just select anything that is on the internet, anything that's publicly accessible, and then you start throwing things at it. You should join bug bounty programs. And the good thing is these bug bounty programs will actually pay you for finding vulnerabilities. Yes, I know that many of us have done that, and we've gotten a lot of duplicates. See, trust me, I did bug bounty for like 2 months, and I closed the laptop. The one I found, even the one I think, if you hack the Dutch government, they will send you a T-shirt, and on it they will write what? I hacked the Dutch government and I got this lousy T-shirt as a reward. That's what they write on it. They don't have money to give you. They just give you T-shirts, and it's still something because you'll be happy to wear it out and show people that I know what I'm doing. Do you understand? So please, you don't just just start to hack anything. You see something that's accessible, you hack it. Just now, I was reading something on the internet before I came here. Dell got hacked last week. How many of us said about the news? Dell. You know how Dell got hacked? The hacker found a website that is meant for only Dell's partners. All right? And the hacker now created an account on that website. There was no validation on that process. So he just signed up, username, password, and then you say, welcome to this place. Do you understand? And I'm saying this because I've done penetration tests for companies before. And when I tell them there is no validation during the sign up, and I rate it as a high severity vulnerability, they will be arguing that anybody can sign up. We want it for anybody. I say yes, but allow people to validate who they are. Do you understand? Now the hacker got access to that portal and then started making simple tamperings. They said they now made a list of IDs, 7-digit IDs, and they put post-its, and then they were able to get millions of records. And that's how Dell was breached. Very simple way of breaching Dell. But assuming this particular person had a good conscience, he would have reported it and probably taken home I think they give up to $100,000 now. Take home good money. Because that's records that you have. When you take it to the black market, you sell it for what? For peanuts. I hope I'm communicating today. You are going to learn a lot. For those of us that are going to be that are curious and you like to have your lab, you like to test this, you like to test that. You want to become the best web application hacker. You want to become the best network systems hacker and all of that. You will do a lot. It's a given. As long as you are persistent and patient, you do a lot. Myself, I didn't find my first bug bounty until after, I think, a little over a month. And when I reported it, I remember I found 2. One for I think it's an oil and gas company in Bahrain, and one for the fishing agency or so in Ireland. And none of them got back to me. So probably they get to see I didn't get anything for it. And I got tired because I also had a job to carry along, and I just stopped bug bounty. And to me, I feel like that's a mistake I made, because there are people that spent months, some people spent years before they did what? Got their first reward. Now, don't do bug bounty because of rewards, right? Oh, see, hold on. Hello. See, there is a bigger benefit to bug bounty than that money that they are giving you, the $100, $50. I hope you know that the more you repeat something, the more it becomes what's ingrained in you. Do you understand? I hope you know that if you give a junior pen tester a job and it takes like 6 weeks, a senior pen tester can do that in 2 weeks or less. Why? They've been doing it over and over and over and over again. So senior pen testers are basically people who keep doing boring things in a fun way. Hello? Don't just do it for the reward. The reward should just be, should I use the word, a consequence of you, trying to build your own skills. Because in the process, you will most likely build your skills. And there are people today, when they want to hire pen testers, especially application security engineers, they look for bug bounty hunters, people with an active profile. They don't care how much you've earned, but they want to see how long have you been in the game? What have you reported? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So, in a nutshell, you're going to do a lot. You're going to find a lot. You're going to discover a lot. The things that I found during my own time, I don't think I'll be able to say it here. All right? But I've seen a lot. I've seen things. Let me just put it that way. I've seen things. I've seen. Should I talk? I've seen things, and the kind of things I've seen. Imagine somebody called us to say, run us a pen test. We are very secure. You won't find anything. And when we submitted the report, a screenshot of his face from his laptop was in that report. I mean, to you, it sounds like one big thing, but if you're pen testers here, you know that it's nothing. You understand what I'm trying to say? How many of us understand what I'm trying to say? You know that it's nothing. It's just you type screenshots, you get screenshots, and you get it, and you put it in the report, and it looks like one big thing. It's not a big thing like that. You understand what I'm trying to say? There are some of you want to start. What's the name of this superhero that always solves crime? Is it Daredevil now? Or Batman? I don't know. I know there's a particular superhero that does it on his own without involving law enforcement. Yeah, Daredevil. Okay, I think it's Daredevil. You now, they will tell you, your friend will tell you that somebody stole my phone and this on that one. And the next thing you try to start hacking somebody to get information. It's very wrong. Please. Or somebody will come and tell you, I think my boyfriend or my girlfriend is cheating. Can you check their phone for me? It's wrong. Please don't try it. That alone can earn you good jail time. And the government will not look at your face that you are a child or you are underage. They have provision for you. There's a special room for people like that. All right. So please always use your morals, always use your conscience, always think of the effects of what you are doing or what you are about to do. My dean of students back in school used to tell us it's private, but what? It's not personal. When you are hacking people, when you are scanning their devices, throwing those exploits, nobody is seeing you, right? So it's a private thing that you did, but the impact is not personal. The impact is beyond that glory that you are getting that you hack somebody. You are getting somebody depressed. You are damaging someone's reputation. I heard a story of a particular guy in Italy. He got scammed. And before, he didn't even think about reporting anything. He just went straight to hang himself. Yeah. I've read stories. I've seen things like that. And, we have one of the OGs there in the US cooling down, being a good boy. All right. So, I don't wish for anybody to be in jail, but if you are going to cause somebody pain, then probably you too should feel the pain that they are feeling. So maybe when you come out, you think twice about doing it again. All right? So I'm going to stop here. If there are any questions, I don't know, few questions before I leave, I'd like to take them. If there are no questions, I'll just walk away. Any questions, please? Okay, there's one question there. Any other question? Okay, just one question. Where? Okay, 2 questions. Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for this lecture.
Charles.
Um, thank you very much. Where can we draw the line between trying to be phenomenal and doing too much, legal wise?
Legal wise, okay. So permission is everything. All right. The thing about bug bounty even is on the website of these companies that allow you to hack them for a fee, they have a policy to say you are free to hack us. And these are the assets in scope. Anything outside of these assets, don't touch them, else it will be counted as what? A crime. So, and they will even tell you that some attacks are not even permitted on those assets that are in scope. For example, I know that bug bounty does not allow what? Anybody? DDoS, even DOS safe. Bug bounty doesn't allow denial of service. So you should just read the policy, know what is in scope, know what is out of scope. Whatever is in scope, please splurge on it. All right, thank you. The next question.
Okay. So good day. My
Hi.
name is Victor, and I have a question with regards to your practice as a penetration tester.
Mhm.
So I want to know, is it important to have information about the non-technical aspects of penetration testing, especially with regards to interaction with those companies that give you permission to pen test them? Do you have to know, like, do you have to have information about your communication with them, the scope of your, as a pen tester, as a technical pen tester,
Yeah.
do you have to have that knowledge of that interaction that goes on between
Okay.
you and?
Okay, that's a very good question. It depends on the scope of the engagement. All right. There are some companies now that will say, we want a full-blown pen test. So use anything that you have against us. What we can now do is you can try to get information from them stylishly. All right. Then another thing you can do is to use what we call OSINT, open source intelligence. Find out everything you know about the company. All right, what is available from an external point of view. And sometimes, the truth is, I would like you to imbibe this mindset when you are carrying out a pen test. Don't just go there as a pen tester. Go there as somebody that could potentially cause them damage. But you are telling them ahead of time that, see, shake it front to close this thing now. Do you understand? So you can do things like, if you have mutual connections, get information from them. You know somebody that knows someone there. Tell them, oh, you're trying to find out this. Find it out, because the normal hackers, when they come to you, they will not sign contract with you. You just wake up in the morning and see that your screens are blue. Is it blue screen? I was scared. You just wake up in the morning and you see that what your screens are blue. In fact, in the UK, something happened. How many of us said about what happened at NHS a couple of years back? Ransomware crippled their entire system. They could not treat sick people. And the hackers did not get. They said, "Sonwo." They're saying pay. Do you understand? So follow the scope and guidelines as much as you can. But go there and pose yourself as someone that could potentially cause damage, but you are warning them ahead of time to fix it, so it doesn't become a problem in future. All right? Right. Thank you. I believe that are all the questions. Thank you very much. Okay. Somebody is raising their hand there. Let's take the last question, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My question is, like, there was a time I was trying to pen test and some banks. Yeah, actually.
So I hope the camera is not on you. Please leave the screen like this. Please leave the screen like this. Don't show his face.
The question is like, do I have to ask their permission before?
Hey.
Like, it's not actually like I'm not hacking. You understand? I'm not trying to hack them.
No, okay, hold on. Please, let him finish. Let him finish.
Because the reason why I'm asking this question, you said something about like, and back in the day, like look for vulnerabilities, then tell them, okay, you have to fix this issue,
Yes.
to prevent future attack. You
Yes.
understand? So
Yes.
I'm like, then why can't you just? I'm not hacking them. I'm just trying to look for vulnerabilities in there.
Yeah.
Maybe then I'll just. Is there guideline? Like, how can we get the guideline? Okay, this particular, this is what you should do, this is what you should not do, and stuff like that. So I won't just pass boundary and
Okay. Okay, thank you. First off, it's not your responsibility. Sorry, I don't mean to sound rude or anything, but it's not your responsibility to find vulnerabilities in their systems. They have to invite you. Just like you live in a particular street and you know that this next house, they always have rats and mosquito in their house. Then one day you just wake up, you carry fumigation on this thing. And there's a newborn baby there. And there are human beings there. And you start spraying every time. They're asking you, say, there's rats here. And they're telling you, did we tell you to come and remove the rats? You understand? Number one, permission is everything. See, assuming they are caught you then, this question, you'll be asking from behind bars. For real. For real. If they are caught you then, you'll be asking this question from behind bars. Because now there is a cyber crime act. I know it's not a regulation, it's what? It's an act. And what is an act? A law. Do you have lawyers here? Lawyers, where are you? It's a law. And there's one thing you should know about the law. The law can be twisted somehow. Do you understand? So you can just be scanning because you want to see something, and they'll tell you the first part of hacking is what? Scanning. So you're hacking. And they'll carry you, handcuff, silver one. So please, if they don't give you express permission, don't touch it. Please. How many of us said about there was someone that actually found a vulnerability in banks and brought it out online? How many of us heard this story? Was it this year, Abby, last year, or 2 years ago? Last year, Abby. And he did that thing. Remember I said it's private, but what? It's not personal. He did it, posted it online, and everybody, they were hailing him. Say, Master Healer, this one, that one. But like 2 days later, I saw him in cuffs online. It's private, but it's not personal. You can harm people's businesses by doing that. Irresponsible disclosure. So before you touch those banks, check if they have a responsible disclosure policy on their website, or if they have a bug bounty policy on their website. And if they do it, you read through it first. Don't just start hacking. Read the policy. All right? If they say, hack this one, touch this one, do this, don't do this, then follow the guidelines. And if you find anything, go through the approved reporting channel. Don't go and start pasting it on WhatsApp status and say, Agba. Please. We are laughing now, but you can spend good time in jail because of this thing. For real. For real. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for him, please.